Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start our look at the rogues. My new main class is what I'm going to be playing in WoD Draenor, so some of you are wondering why. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that, more than the fact that how this class is going to be played if you are looking to be a rogue as well when WoD Draenor comes out. It's luckily I made these videos today, as in fact the nerf bat just came around. What I would have said if I'd recorded this yesterday is that all three specs were actually pretty damn close, and it was an awesome time to be alive. It was a truly awesome time, because if you played sub or assas or combat, they were actually pretty close, and combat was ahead when it came to doing massive amounts of cleave damage by proxy of Blade Flurry existing. There is a moment where some people would like all their AoE to be comparable, but I don't think it's too weird that there's one that slightly benefits more than the others in terms of a particular niche. That's alright in my book, as long as single target, they're reasonable. And they were! Today, unfortunately, Sub got hit by a nerf and is now way poor and doesn't look to be anywhere near close to the other two. Sorry about that. But if Sub is your jam, you'll be happy to know it plays pretty much the same as it does in Mists of Pandaria. Still taking advantage of exposed weakness and still taking full look at how the hemorrhages and spamming those ruptures. I have to say, it takes full benefit from the fact that combo points stick to you. After going back to live and playing my rogue and having to use redirect, my god, that thing feels like such a fucking... It feels like a gun with no trigger. It's really irritating to even have to press redirect compared to how it plays in WoD Draenor. So you'll be happy. I think everybody's going to be more than happy that you don't waste combo points anymore. Big quality of life improvement. That's generally how things are in WoD Draenor for the rogue. Quality of life improvements. I would like to have seen certainly some more changes to the talents in terms of things like anticipation being just so much flat out better than the others in nearly all scenarios, and just generally having no real choice for alterations in the talents. The talents are level 100. Talents do give you some freedom, but it is only the one tier, and currently, people are having a little bit of a wrong idea. Not that I mean to go against the grain on purpose or anything, but I would say some people have the wrong idea about how the talents are, especially Shadow Reflection. Shadow Reflection bugged me at first too. This idea of summoning a trainee who will duplicate your actions, Mr. Miyagi style, wax on, wax off, and then it not doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Like for Assas, it doesn't proc poisons, and it doesn't take... my rupture disappears if I tell it to do a rupture, blah, 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 blah. But ultimately, you have to think of it like... it's an extra DPS cooldown that you have some control over. And that's really good. That's better than most DPS cooldowns in the game. Most DPS cooldowns give you some sort of flat burst, blah, 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 blah. But with Shadow Reflection, you have some control, so some rogues will get more benefit out of it than other rogues. I actually think that's a really cool thing. Venom Zest looks boring, but it's actually fine. If it gives you more energy, which is probably what you want when you're AoEing, and it gives you wonderful rushes of energy. Unfortunately, Death from Above, as cool as it is, and as much as I want Death from Above, even from a sub-specific intention to be really cool, it looks great. It doesn't seem to cut the mustard, though, compared to the others, which is a little bit sad. It's just too fucking expensive, dude. 5 combo points and 50 energy. Got to build up to it. Got to be using it on cooldown, which is really... it's kind of fidgety when doing everything else to make sure that exactly when it comes off cooldown you've got those stats. Perhaps, and it's not simming out even to be amazing, even if you do that. So a little bit of sadness that we have the two choices. But for those of you reading negativity about Shadow Reflection, I would say it's alright. It's actually okay. Sub itself is playing fine. It's really... I say its problems still exist as they do in Mists of Pandaria, like AoE's down to, you know, putting out as many ruptures as possible. I will say that the enhanced Fan of Knives, which is one of your leveling perks, which gives you a combo point for every single target your Fan of Knives hits, makes this far more convenient. Far more convenient to do that. So one Fan of Knives, if you've got 5 mobs, is going to give you 5 combo points on top of Honor Among Thieves on top of there. And that's fantastic. It's so much better. It unfortunately doesn't keep up with combat, which it's not going to, I wouldn't have thought. Its AoE is generally considered pretty garbage. But still, you have the option to get a lot of combo points out and make some choices, and then certainly build up for the next pack. I think if you're really looking for AoE DPS, you're not going to be looking for sub anyway. I think we're down to a common sense standpoint there. But ultimately, if you like sub and the Shadow Dance and doing all that kind of nice on-demand burst, I mean, that's the strength of sub, isn't it? That's what we've always got to remember, is we have this short cooldown that does massive amounts of burst on demand, and that's where it comes and shines. As much as it would have been great to have it as a really solid choice for single target DPS, which doesn't seem to be the case now, I don't think it's going to lose its niche, which is to be able to go, this needs to die really quickly, go and save your Shadow Dance for that, and then pop as many fucking death-killing abilities as possible in that window. And the raid tier set bonuses, if you're interested, mean that as soon as your Shadow Dance finishes, basically for the duration of Find Weakness, all your finishes are free. So as soon as you come out of Shadow Dance, you can spam Eviscerate for your life, and it lasts exactly the same as Find Weakness does. So that's pretty wonderful as well. All in all, it's a wonderful spec to play. Really, really sad to see that it's had its damage nerfed in many areas, making it looking like uncompetitive. But of course, that is in flux. It can change at any time. Perhaps the rest of the DPS specs will join it down at the bottom. But unfortunately, as it stands right now, if you're looking to play sub in a raid environment, maybe not too likely as of today. But again, it's subject to change. Subject to change. Don't quote me on that. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.